What exactly is data analytics, and why is it so important today?
Data analytics means using data for better decision making. It's about collecting the data, cleaning the data, analyzing it, and visualizing it so that we'll be able to find patterns, trends, and insights which is going to help the business grow. For example, let's look at e-commerce platforms. They analyze purchase history for better product recommendations. Banks analyze transaction data to detect fraud, and then hospitals analyze patient data for better treatment outcomes. Today, every company from startups to tech giants rely on data for decision making. For example, if they want to decide which product to launch, where to launch it, which customers to target, on which platform they should target the customers, all these decisions are driven by data. Without data analytics, companies are just guessing.
How is data analytics used in our everyday lives or in businesses around us?
You know what's really interesting? Data analytics is happening around us every single day, and most of the time we don't even realize it. For example, Netflix recommends you movies or TV shows based upon your past history, and it is going to compare that with millions of other users, and it is going to predict what type of movies and shows you are going to like next. Let's see food industry. Here we are having Swiggy or Zomato. What they do is they show you which restaurants are trending around you, and not just that, they show you which dishes are ordered most. This has really boosted their performance and engagement. Now let's look at let's say social media like Instagram and YouTube. So they decide what should be shown on your feed. They analyze what type of reels and posts you like, comment or share, and based on that they get to know what type of content you like, and then they show you most of those kind of content only. So now this is how they have increased their engagement. And one thing we cannot forget, one industry which cannot forget is e-commerce industry. Whenever you go to buy something on, let's say, Amazon or Flipkart, let's say that we are going to buy smartphone, it shows that what are the other products people have bought along with smartphone. For example, if you're trying to buy smartphone, it shows that people who bought smartphone earlier have also bought earphones and chargers. This feature has skyrocketed their sales. So next time when somebody asks you data analytics is used where, your answer should be everywhere.
What are the key tools and skills someone needs to learn to start a career in data analytics?
If you want to become a data analyst today, good news is you don't have to be a math genius or a coder. All you need is right combination of tools, logic and curiosity. Let's start with Excel. Excel is the foundation of everything in data analysis. Many people think that in Excel all you can do is enter data and store it. No, using Excel you can get a lot of stuff done. Like you can do data cleaning, data analysis, and also you can build small dashboards there. And then if you master pivot tables, charts, VBA macros, you're already halfway there. And then you need to learn SQL. Now SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Now this is the language which is going to help you to interact with the database. All companies store massive amounts of data in database. SQL is something which is going to help you to extract exactly whatever you want from the database. So SQL is a great tool which you have to master if you want to become a great data analyst. And then comes Python. We can use Python for deeper analysis, automating repetitive tasks, and also for predictive analytics. Using Python, you can get a lot of stuff done by writing very less lines of code. And that happens because of Python libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. And then next we move to Power BI or Tableau. Now these amazing tools help us in understanding raw data in a much better and exciting way. Using these tools, you can take raw data, turn them into dashboards and become an amazing storyteller. So now this is really interesting and every data analyst must know these tools. So with the right combination of SQL, Excel, Power BI and Tableau and a good business understanding, we should not forget this, that a good communicator is very important. Once you master these, You are already in a great position to start a career as a data analyst.
Which companies are hiring data analysts right now? How can freshers apply?
From startups to large tech firms like Deloitte, Amazon, and Google are actively looking for data analysts in Hyderabad and other cities. Now, how can a fresher apply to these jobs? First is you need to build a good portfolio with solid 2 to 3 projects. You can build them using SQL, Excel, or Power BI. And then you should not forget to optimize your LinkedIn with a really good profile picture, a professional profile picture. You need to also focus on having a good title like data analyst fresher or a junior data analyst. Once you have these basics right, you can start applying to companies by using platforms like naukri.com, LinkedIn. Also, do not ignore internships, and what you can also do is to not ignore startups. Although startups might pay less, but it's a great opportunity for you to start your journey as a data analyst. And one more thing you can do is go for referrals. Whenever you're applying for a company, also check on their LinkedIn page for their employees who are actively hiring, like HRs and recruiters. And you can also message their senior managers. Whenever you're sending a message, also attach your resume, GitHub link, and solid projects portfolios, which is going to really help your chances of landing an interview.
What advice would you give to someone who is just starting their data analytics journey?
If you're starting your journey as a data analyst today, my biggest advice would be don't try to learn Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and Python everything at once. Take it step by step. You can get started with Excel, learn basic data entry, master Excel formulas, pivot tables, charts, build small dashboards, and then a solid project. That is going to give you a really solid foundation. And then you can move ahead and learn SQL, learn CRUD operations, learn SQL joins, sets, CTs, subqueries, and build a solid project. Now that will get you really sorted in SQL. Then you can move ahead and learn Power BI. There are mainly 5 things in Power BI: data cleaning and transformation, DAX, how to build reports and dashboards, how to build different types of visuals, and then you can learn Power BI service and data modeling, and then you're sorted. Then you can move ahead and learn Python programming language. You can start with Python basics and then learn OOPS, and then learn Python libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, scikit-learn, and then learn how to automate repetitive tasks and build a project. My biggest advice would be get basics right and then start building projects in each and every module. So this is how you can start your journey. And one more thing is build a lot of projects. Okay, that is going to give you a lot of confidence. You will not become a data analyst in one day, but you have to stay consistent, experiment, and fall in love with finding stories hidden inside data.